Good evening, everyone. This is Reverend Pat Reeves.
Good evening. This is Keisha Keiwear, Mayo.
And we'd both like to welcome you to our first Real Talk session with Reeves and Mayo for 2021.
Yes, and Real Talk is about real people, real solutions, real situations, and real issues that affect our Christian lives.
Amen. 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 God bless you all. And we are going to have tonight the conversation, I believe, is going to be one of the most interesting Real Talk sessions that we've had, and I believe it's also going to be very informative as well. So we're just going to get started with the Real Talk topic now. Lee and Elder Farmer and Kiki, I'm just going to ask you one question and just a quick yes or no or for or against, and then later on you can expound as we go further on your response. The Real Talk topic for tonight is, should Christians be on reality TV shows? And are you for or against it? Okay, Kiki, for or against? Yes or no? And then
I will have to expound because I'm in between.
Really? Ooh, okay. You hold on. Okay, Elder Farmer. That's good.
I think if it's tastefully done, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you say yes. Okay, ladies, and I say I'm for it, and I'll expound on that later on too. Okay, so now let me just share a few things with you regarding reality shows. There's so many of them that no one can count them all on two hands. You know, there's a lot of them. And Real Talk, if there happens to be anyone, either of you, who's an addict on the line, if you're feeling a little edgy or uncomfortable because you're going through withdrawal because your favorite reality show has ended until next season, I just have to say this, there is still power from on high available for your deliverance. And the reason I'm saying that is because people, whether you're a Christian or not, it has nothing even to do with your belief, but sometimes it's easy to get caught up in someone else's world and someone else's life, especially if the person feels like nothing too exciting is going on in their life, or they're bored, or they just want to be entertained. You'll find yourself watching these shows to the point you'll be neglecting other things that you need to do, within your home. So now just a little bit of history about reality shows. When did they start? Why are they so popular? And how much money can you make being on a reality show? Okay. The first reality show that debuted on American television was in 1992. It was on MTV, and it was called Real World or The Real World. And
I remember that.
You remember that? And it was inspired by a documentary, a PBS documentary called An American Family. Now, Real World focused on the lives of a group of strangers. They did not know each other from Adam, okay? And they auditioned to live together in a house for not 1 month, but several months. And the camera would follow them around to see if they were getting along, to see if they were arguing, to see if they were starting to like each other, etc. So I can't even imagine that. Well, not now anyway, because Rona has taken over. So nobody's going to be staying up in nobody's house trying to find out nothing. But anyway, then boom, in 2000, do you remember Elder Farmer and Kiki? There was a very, very popular show called Survivor.
I remember that too.
Okay, and people couldn't get enough of it. And it became a very huge hit just because of that. And then lastly, between 2007 and 2008, about 12,000 Hollywood film producers, film writers, and television screenwriters went on a strike for 100 days, and they wouldn't write. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't work because they felt as though they were being taken advantage of, and they wanted more money. So what happened is after the strike ended, they decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep the majority of the money from our writing and from what we produce ourselves. And then we will start paying the cast members because they was getting like 100% of it. Okay? So now as Christians, as a Christian, I'm just going to say this. The reason I am for it, but also I would say this, it's a turnoff and a no can't do for me to become a faithful viewer of any television show that has a lot of drama, fighting, arguing, jealousy, envy, backbiting, two-facedness, lies, secrets, betrayals, reading people and embarrassing another person. On one hand, there are people, believe it or not, saying, give me more. They want more of it, because they need something to talk about and something to occupy their time or their life with. And there are shows, it's sad to say this, but the most successful shows, the shows with the highest, come on here, they're the ones where you see the most intense fights and arguments because people, I don't know what it is, but people like drama. They like seeing it. They like giving their opinions on it, etc. Now, as it relates to Christians and reality shows, okay, now I'm going to mention a few shows, and I want you to say liked it, loved it, or no comments, okay? There have been three faith-based reality shows, and then there's a new one that just debuted or premiered on the 21st of this month. We'll talk about that one, too. Okay, Ron's House. Do you remember Ron's House?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, you liked it. Elder Farmer, do you remember Ron's House?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, I like that one too. They survived for 6 seasons from 2005 to 2011. And then the next one, which was super popular, was The Preachers of L.A., but they only lasted for 2 seasons, 2013 to 2014. And believe it or not, the first night that they came on, 1.1 million people watched it.
I wasn't really a fan of that one. I mean, not that I watched it and something was wrong. I just never really watched it.
Okay, so you didn't watch it, so pretty much no comment. What about you, Elder Farmer? Same? Okay. And now there was one more called Match Made in Heaven. And this is an interesting one. It only lasted for 2 seasons, 2015 and 2016. And it was about, it was a Christian dating reality show. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, where the church voted on which couples should date one another.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I never seen that.
Yeah, you might be able to Google or go on YouTube and see some of the if they still have it posted up, and see some of the episodes. That's what it was called, Match Made in Heaven, where 2 individuals came together, and the church voted at the end of them talking, getting to know each other a little bit. The church voted on whether or not they should date, and then, they would see from that point on whether or not they would have a relationship. Now, expound, Kiki. You said you talked about you gave your answer. Expound on your answer. You said you were mixed.
It was pretty much what Lisa said. If it's done tastefully, I don't see there being a problem with Christians being on reality talk show. Right. So that was pretty much the same thing Lisa said. Now if it's ratchet and you're supposed to be, exemplifying Christ, then I have a problem.
Right. They want you to fight and do this and do that. I'm the same way. That's why I said I'm for it. And then also, too, it's really up to, we can give our opinion, but, you can't tell grown people what to do. And it's really up to, individuals to decide if they want to, be a part of something like that, if the offer comes, or even if they want to do one on their own, because we know someone right now who is doing their own reality show, and it's about their family. It's about their family. So now, as it relates to reality shows, they are very popular, number one, because it's cheaper to produce than a scripted television show. And reality television shows can also be very lucrative. They can boost a person's career, and they can also boost a person's name. And the flip side of that is they can also, I believe, destroy a person's name. It can lead to a life of fame and stardom and more opportunities for work, especially for people who are, modeling or they're acting. And you don't necessarily have to be a model or an actor. It all depends on what the reality show is all about. Now, let me ask you this. Can anyone on this line use an extra $500 or $1,000?
Sure enough, want to get down,
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, on some of these reality shows, especially those who are just now getting started, you can make up to per episode, and usually each season can run for like 12 episodes, 6 episodes to 12 or 13 episodes. Some are even 22. The Real World had 33 episodes. Now,
wow.
I don't know if they were getting paid or not, but a cast member, depending on how popular the show is, a cast member can make from $0 to $1,000, or from $1,000 to $10,000. They'll give you half, and then if you finish the show, because again, it's an unscripted show, you probably have to fill out agreements and a contract and all of that type of stuff. But I believe sometimes when people get upset and they get mad, they can just walk off. I don't know if they get sued or not, but they give you half. Some of them give you half up front, and then you get the rest of the money when you finish all of the episodes. Now, check this out. This was very interesting to me. If your family participates, the price goes up.
Yeah, because there's more people involved.
Right. There's more people involved. And a family can make between $25,000 to $40,000
Wow.
altogether. Now, one of the families that's making more, I think, than everybody is the Kardashians. Okay, for a whole season. Now, it may be higher than this, but from the figures that I have collected, they make for the whole season $5 million.
Wow.
So that means each of them probably get about $1 million, because it's 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember, but it's probably much more than that. And one thing that it has its pros and cons. Reality shows have its pros and cons. You're paid for your time. You're paid for your energy. You're opening the door of your life and your home to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do y'all feel about that?
Count me out, ducking out, ain't got nothing to do with it. Quit. I quit.
Wait a minute. What'd you say, Elder Farmer?
No, that's Lynn.
Lynn. Oh, hey, Dawn. What'd you say, Lynn?
It's quit. I quit.
Just like that.
They ain't come to my house.
Listen, I know that's right. And anyone who participates in a reality show, when you open up your life or your door, listen, like I said, you can make a lot of money. I was just explaining to them, Lynn, that the Kardashians make millions per season.
I know. I heard everything. They make.
Okay,
it took them a while to get to millions, but they had to get their ratings up. But they did it. They did it
because it's something about that family. No matter what they do, no matter how crazy it is, and believe it or not, that saying that goes this way: any bad publicity is really good publicity.
Yeah, for them crazy. Once they got Kanye, it really upped their stakes.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because even the breakup, from what I'm told, is going to be on there.
Yep.
The breakup's going to be on there. But when it comes to Christians, again, when you agree to do a reality show, again, regarding what it's about, you're going to be judged. You're going to be talked about on social media. You might be stalked. Somebody might fall in love with you, Kiki.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
You might be harassed.
Been there, done all of that. No, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? No, thank you. You might be hated by some people. Some people might get on social media and just curse you off for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in a bad mood. You might be loved by people, but you know what? That is what people sign up for. And sometimes when people participate in these reality shows, it puts a strain on their real life and on their marriage. Now, going back to Christians and reality, how many of you on the line did watch either one or two episodes of The Preachers of L.A.?
I did.
Okay, what were your what was your thought about it? Do you think they should have kept that to themselves, or because in from their perspective, Lynn, this is what their perspective was. We want to show the world not so much our scars, although we have scars. In other words, they want people to stop putting them on a pedestal. This is what their perspective is. We want to show people that we're real. We have feelings, we have emotions, we do things. That's what their perspective was. They weren't trying to make a mockery, so to speak, out of the church. Now, granted, a lot of things were revealed that we did not know. Go ahead, you wanted to say something, honey?
Nope, I was just agreeing.
Oh, yeah, because they open up themselves to a lot of scrutiny and a lot of things. Go ahead, Donna.
That's why I didn't last long.
Oh, man, I'm telling God, you laughing because the show didn't last.
No, because of what they were showing, displaying. Real Christians were very upset.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
You
because
living with that woman, Grace Jones' brother, living with that woman, Noel.
Oh, Noel Jones.
You living with that woman, you wouldn't marry her, still didn't marry her, probably.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
Jacking up was, you could shack up as long as you work on it.
Yeah, that did something to me, Lynn. And I'm telling you, after I'm going to be honest with you, this is real talk. I couldn't listen to any of it. I couldn't listen to him for months.
Yeah.
It might have been a year. No, yeah. And some people may say, y'all should mind your business. And what he do is his business. But if you tell
don't
me
put it on TV.
Yeah, that's what it was. Right, exactly. And I'm not going to say their names, but you mentioned that a lot of Christians were upset. There's a mega pastor, and he said one word. When they asked him, he said trash. I'm not going to say his name. He did. He said trash.
Yes, he did.
That's the word he used. He said trash. And then there was okay, he said trash. I was shocked though. And then there was another bishop, a black bishop, who gave his opinion, and he said, everything, not verbatim, but his thing was like, you don't have to show everything. Some things he felt should not be televised nationwide or should be put on television. But kept to yourself. People know that you're human. They know that you go through things, but it shouldn't be televised. And then there was he's a superstar musician. I'm not going to say his name either. And he said he was very disappointed that the pastors who were doing the Preachers of L.A. were doing the Preachers of L.A. When I tell you they were on the Wendy Williams show, they did their, I think you call it press stops. And so, it did put, I would say, a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths. But you know what? Yeah. Every week it came on, guess what?
I watched it, y'all.
Thank you. There you go. The church was watching.
But it was a train wreck. That's why I watched it.
You said it was what now?
A train wreck. It was a train wreck. That's why I watched it.
Well, one good thing about it is this. Again, like I said, they did it because people feel as though pastors and leaders and bishops should be perfect. And they and no one is, and that does not mean that there's leeway. There is leeway for you to fall. You don't look forward to falling, but as long as we are in these bodies, perfect means 100%. Let's say we're 99. As long as that 1% is missing, we'll never be perfect. And perfect people need God? No, because they're perfect.
I'll give you an example. When Andrea Jones did her show and she was out there smoking cigarettes with the prostitutes, how did they take that? They slayed her.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They slayed her. But these train wrecks got on there. They didn't slay them like they slayed her at all. And he was shacking up. What was the difference? She was at least being a lot more honest about what she was doing.
Now, listen, I'm putting myself in there too. Yes, she was being honest, but the thing is, if you're going through something.
No, I don't agree with her.
Oh, okay.
Listen. Right. That's another. All I'm saying is they didn't dog them out the way they dogged her out. That's what I was just saying.
Oh, okay. It was a difference the way they treated them. It was, okay, I see what you like a double standard, so to speak.
Yeah, because they were supposed to pull sis aside and say, sis, this is not looking right. You need to really get some help.
You know what? Some people did, but that turned into some people did. Some people did talk to her, like on a radio show.
Right, and, but they were very nasty about it.
I'm sorry, you said they was laughing about it?
They were very nasty about it in the way they pulled her on. There's a scripture, right, that says when your comrade falls, you're supposed to pull them up, but not the way they did.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. And I'm trying to figure out, did she have I don't think she had a reality show. No, I don't think she had a reality show. But again, reality show. Listen, there's a brand new reality show. I haven't had the opportunity to look at it yet. It's called The Reverend, and it's about a pastor and his family, and it looks wholesome. It reminds me of the preview. Lynn is having herself a good time tonight. Go ahead, sis. I'm glad you're laughing, honey. I'm sorry. Say that again, dear.
Look what happened to Pastor John.
Wait a minute. Two people talking at the same time. Okay, go ahead now. Go ahead, Kiki.
Oh, no, I was saying, what network is that on?
The USA, I think it's a cable channel, if I'm not mistaken. It might be a cable channel. I don't know if it's local, but you can
Google
it.
Might be Lifetime or
it's USA.
USA.
That's the network. It's the USA Network, and it's a known network. You might be able to catch it on. You might be able to catch it on cable. You might be able to catch it on cable, and it's about him and his family. And it reminds me of Ron's Place. There weren't a lot of faith-based, reality shows, but Ron's Place. It was wholesome. They went through things. People could relate to some of the things, other than that maybe that house that they was living in because it was fabulous.
Okay. You run a house so nobody be in your real house. That's what you do.
Listen, you tell them how to do it, sis. Tell them how to do it, okay?
Yeah,
Ron, a lot of us can relate. Well, those of us who have children, which I don't have children.
Right. But, me neither. Me in my house either.
But, Elder Farmer, they can relate to Ron's house. He was raising teenagers, and listen, him and his wife, they did a good job. And, after a certain age, the children going to be on their own, and they're going to do what they're going to do. You put in them, you put God, you share the Lord with them, and you teach them about the Lord while they're of age so they can accept it, and it can shape and mold them. But eventually that 16 years old, and that 8 is going to come up, and that 1, which is 21 years old, it's going to come their way, and then they're going to be making, decisions and things on their own. But a lot of people love that show, and they did 6 years. It did 6 years. 6 seasons. That's how popular it was because people enjoyed it. Parents looked at it, and I'm sure on social media they were getting a lot of praise.
They don't want that. No, they don't want that.
You mean the generation now? No, you are absolutely right. And before you got on, Kiki was saying that shows that are successful and that are popular and have high ratings are the shows with the most drama.
Wow. Yeah.
But all of that drama, I'm telling you, it turns you off. Who wants to see people fighting all the time? I mean, you could get caught up, though, Lynn, like you did. I'm just kidding. Then you could get caught up. Okay, who threw the shoe this week? Next week somebody's wig fell off. Little things like that. We laugh about it. We're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next week. Is she going to put him out? It's easy to get caught up. Some people want to be entertained, and some people, like I said, don't have a lot of things exciting going on in their lives. And some people really do live through, or in their minds, they live through other people.
Mhm.
You hear them saying, "Oh man, I wish I had a Tesla." Oh man, I wish I had a Beamer, or I wish I had a Rolls, or I wish I had this, and I wish I had that, and I wish. You know what I'm trying to say? But it takes a lot. It takes a lot, to have what a lot of these people have, and who knows what they go through. But a lot of reality shows have destroyed some marriages too, and some people think that reality shows might have a curse on them.
Pastor John.
Hello.
Anyone?
Uh-oh. Who that? I believe that there's still his ministry is still going forth, though, if I'm not mistaken. But when I say yes, reality shows. Yes, come on now. Lynn is having herself a good time tonight. She really is. But some people even believe reality shows could be cursed. Because a lot of people who get on there married, sometimes they end up getting a divorce, or they end up breaking up, or there are issues, marriage and medicine. I've never really watched that. Women have had, you never watched it either. Housewives of Atlanta. And again, Lynn, what is your response, darling? I asked them earlier, are they for or against Christians being on reality shows? What is your answer? They answered it earlier.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Okay,
but
so
you have to come with your own platform.
Right, exactly. And there was a show, but it failed, I think, before it started. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it might have dealt with women preachers. And it was a reality show that they were trying to get off the ground, but the church killed that, I think, the second week. Listen, we know how to kill stuff. Honey, we know how to root up, tear up, and tear down. Okay, we know how to pull down strongholds, and we'll pull other stuff down too. Okay, if enough of us get together and voice our opinion. But again, when it comes to reality shows, that's between you and God. There's nothing wrong with it. And I've seen some counselors, Christian counselors, if I'm not mistaken, on some shows that would be considered as ratchet, or but they listen, they needed counseling. People need counseling,
right? But that's the counselor's job, not the judge.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's good. That's very good. And speaking of counseling and reality shows, there is one reality show that I really, it blessed me because I learned a lot from it, and that was Ian Levanzant.
Yes.
And she's getting, believe it or not, she's getting ready to end. This is going to be her last season on television, because she said that the toxicity that she deals with these people and these families is now too much for her. I said, now, wait a minute. Wow. It must be a lot, because she is, the motivator of all motivators, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. These people that she was dealing with were reality show has-beens. They done made all the rounds. And she ain't got time to be dealing with them children.
Right, because everybody had a problem with her.
Everybody, because if you don't sign up for it, you watch the show. Why would you sign up and think you're going to get special treatment?
Right, that's true. That is true.
You done lost your mind. She's going to change who she is.
Well, she can't. She said that. She said she doesn't want that kind of toxicity in her life. And if someone like Iyanla says that, you got to know it's bad. It has to be bad. She's done it for years. I don't know how many seasons. She's still going to be doing it, but not on television per se. More so like a one-on-one.
She's
person to person.
You know why? She's probably going to go into private practice. She probably gets a lot of requests, but they don't want to be on TV.
You know what? That's a very good point, Lynn. That's a very good point. That's true. Yeah, because everyone, again, when you're on television and people like to grave dig.
Yeah.
Once you're on television, you're a nice person and you're kind, and even when you're a Christian, listen, some stuff might come out that you don't know anything about on one of them blogs and be like, wait a minute, but I did that 18 years ago. How did they find out? You know what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you expose yourself to the world.
Yup. Or that childhood bully that want to tell your business.
Yeah, listen. And they'll do it too. That's another thing. When people start, I tell you, Lynn, I'm so glad you smiling and having a good time tonight. I'm so glad you having a good time. Real talk. Okay, I'm so glad you're having a good time tonight. But yeah, honey, lastly, again, it exposes you to all kinds of things. You know, once you put your life on television, you can't really tell somebody mind your business. You could tell them that, but you're putting listen, you put your business out there.
True.
Yeah, people will tell you that. They'll be on national television. Okay, they'll be with their husband or friend, or they'll be betrayal, they'll be cheating and secrets, and then when people start commenting, they're like, you know what, mind your business. But I was one of the 2 million people that saw you last week. Pull that woman's wig off. Okay, I saw you when you slapped the brother in the face. I saw you when you gave him a karate chop or hit him in the stomach and the neck like Bernie Mac said. I saw you when you did that, you know. So open yourself up. You know, it's between you and God. If you want to do a reality show, and some people may say, "Oh, why you got to pray about this, honey?" Pray about everything because God knows everything. Why not consult Him? Keep God in your business. When our old parents and the seniors used to say, keep God first. That's what they mean. What would God have to say about this? Talk to God about it. Make Him your first choice, not your last choice. Right. You know, don't make your friends' advice your first choice. You know, someone in your family's advice your first choice. Because there are some things that we experience that our friends and our family cannot help us through. Some things only God. The song said only God can do it. And as Elder Farmer usually prays, she says, only God, only you, Lord, can turn it around. Only you, Lord, can. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So anyone who decides to be on a reality show, I said it depends on how much they want to pay me. No, let me stop. I'm just kidding. But
you can't pay me enough to be on nobody's reality show.
Now they pay hefty. Again, it all depends. It all depends. There's a reality show on right now, and the young man, based upon his actions, okay, he's Christian based upon his actions. He prays and he be in Bible study. I'm talking about Matt James. He's the first, he's really biracial. They call him the first black bachelor on television. Nice-looking young man, educated, etc. All of that good stuff. He prays. You know, he reads the Bible. He's into his word. All of that type of stuff, and that's good. But child, never mind. Okay, because on that show you got to do. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying, saints.
You got to prove your love. You got to prove your love.
You know what, Lynn? You on fire tonight. It's the truth. Listen.
You can't be a frigid Christian on that show.
You can. You cannot.
You will go home. You be going home.
You cannot, because he knows God, he knows the scriptures. But I'm sure the producer tell him to do thus. You got to do this, you got to do that, because we've got to make these ratings. These ratings have got to be high, you know, because the higher they are, the more you can get advertising. And lastly but not least, a lot of these blogs and magazines work together with these reality shows to make money.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so sometimes they may throw a lie in there, they may exaggerate something, etc. But my thing is this:
it's not what they made; that's what they do.
Yeah, right. That's what they do. That's what they do. And my thing is this: you know, you keep God first. You know, and if you don't know if you never had a cousin Sharon and a door like that open and you said yes, okay, I'll be on here for maybe one episode. Or listen, I'm taking God out of the box. That's why I'm talking like this. I won't even be on Zoom talking about a reality show. But, Kiki, you know, I'm taking God out of the box. Okay? Won't even get on Zoom, but you talking about reality show. Listen, this is for somebody else. May not be for me. Praise God.
Boy.
Okay? Take God out the box. Whatever it takes. If you never had a cousin named Sharon, then you shouldn't have one if you get on reality TV. If you never had a cousin named Andre or Draco or whatever, Marshall or Paul, then you shouldn't have one after they see you on national television. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You get relatives you never even knew existed. Okay, from Nebraska, Alaska, Arkansas, and you know you ain't got no roots, no blood, no kin in those states. But things happen. It's the truth, because the more you are put into the light, the more people see you, and also you can become a target.
Amen.
Yep.
You can become a target.
Well, I better come out the light.
Say that again, Kiki.
I said I better come out the light. I saw the video today.
No, honey, keep walking on. You stay in the light. You stay where the Lord puts you. You stay where your gifts and your talents put you. But again, reality shows is between you and God. But sometimes there are costs, and it could be a nice show. It could be a nice show. It could be a very positive show. Next thing you know, somebody got on there and said, "Oh, she going bald." And you be like, "Wait a minute, what they talking about? This wig is down to my back. What they talking about?" You know?
That's right.
Okay, next thing you get on there and they say, "Oh, she lighten her skin. She don't like that. She got dogs." I'm just throwing these things out there because, again, on these reality shows, you open up your life.
And all it might be is that you got the wrong lighting on you. And they do it on purpose just so it can look like.
That can happen, too. It's a lot. It's not just a matter of getting on TV. Let me just make me a couple of dollars. You know what I'm trying to say?
Not.
But it can boost a person's career.
I was carjacked, and I had cousins coming out to work. I was carjacked. I wasn't the star. I was carjacked. And you calling my mother, "Why can't you get this one to come to my graduation?" What?
Wow.
Yeah, people coming calling. I have been friends with this person for like 5 years already. Nobody knew it until we were carjacked.
Wow.
And then it became, "Oh, you think you special. Oh, you think you this." First of all, you weren't even my friend before then. So you better get out my face now. Lynn's a work in progress. Back then, I was fired.
Wow.
Yeah, I was getting all kinds of calls. A friend I grew up with, wanted to fight me. Why? I don't know.
Wow.
But my team was about to kill her. My team was about to kill her. Ran her out the park. That's Captain Mayo. What you doing? And I introduced her to the person. Here, shop your script. I'm not going to do it for you. You right here. This is so-and-so. This is so-and-so. She wants to show you the script. But she took the time to look at it, and nothing came of it. That ain't on me.
Right. You did your part.
I didn't have to do that.
You didn't.
But wanted to fight me, hated me.
Right. For no reason. But that's how people are, and it's sad. Listen, sometimes the ones who are within the body of Christ, they're like that too. My thing is, God, I don't ever want to be starstruck over no one. That doesn't mean I'm disrespecting their talent. I'm disrespecting their contribution to the arts. I don't want to be starstruck to the point where I'm clout chasing. You know, there's nothing wrong with, if you see someone on the street.
To the point where you're disrespecting yourself. I'm serious, because then you're killing your own steam trying to go behind somebody else who's a wreck behind closed doors. You don't even know that.
You just said something there. And how do we know all of these people with all of this beautiful hair, eyes? Listen, there's a lot that goes on.
They're good weaveologists. They got a better weaveologist. That's all. And some of them in them some of them in them shows, man. I just be like, who's doing your hair? I don't even know why you looking like that. I know you're getting paid. This is your second season.
What? So how much TV you be watching, Lynn? No, I'm just kidding.
We're in the pandemic. We're in the pandemic. That's all I got to do. That's all I never watched TV this much.
Wow.
I was old. Well, now that I'm looking at these birds, I'm like, what bird nest is on your head? Who did that to you? She was like, I'm going to just look like this, and if they don't like it, they could give me a better weed. They were like, you want to look like that? Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? Whoever this child is, you see how Lynn is giving her summarization of what she saw, because this child was on there with something's wrong with her hair. And so listen, you're opening yourself up. You know, it's nice to be on, it's nice to be on television and to do these things, for your career's sake, if that's what you're into, or to make some extra dollars, because nowadays people are doing a lot of things because of the unemployment rate, and because of for financial reasons. People are doing a lot of things, so there's no judgment there, But if a person that I know of got on a show and the show was ratchet, the next thing I know, somebody was speaking in French. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody threw blows. I'm like, sis, I'm sorry. Why are you doing this? I'm not in this. I'm sorry. I can't watch this. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to get your head busted. You know what I'm trying to say? We want your marriage, if you're married, to stay together. We want your relationship with God to get stronger. We don't want your relationship with God to be questioned, because you know what? A lot of people, they shouldn't do it, but they look at other people and sometimes they judge their relationships by these people, and they judge their lives by what they see on reality TV.
Right.
People are still watching. People can look at Reverend Ron's show and say, "Oh, this is what he did. This is how he raised his kid. Well, maybe I should get behind my knucklehead and tell him to do thus and so." Because a lot can come out of reality shows with a message and significance where there's not a lot of drama. But everybody wants the drama, and they're getting paid for the drama. Some people are getting paid millions, six figures for episodes. But it is what it is. So
when you have a sex tape.
Say that again, darling. Say it again.
When you have a sex tape out, there's nothing else you ashamed to show. You done showed it all.
Real talk tonight. Come on, straight talk. That's what it is. I know exactly what you're saying.
Got no shame.
Yeah, no shame. And some of these things are done intentionally because listen, the Bible says, "Love not the world, neither the things of the world." It wasn't talking about a reality show, but it's talking about the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. And sometimes we see things and I want that. It's not to say you cannot have what you want, but what's behind it. You want that to show it off. You want that because you need it. You want it because you like it. You enjoy it. Or you just want it because you want to floss and glow so that other people can say, "Oh, you got this and you got that." And some people will do whatever it takes to get what they want. Greed, the pride of life, love not the world, those things, those attitudes that are in the world, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, the lust, the pride of the eyes. "Oh, I see that. I got to have it. But you can't afford it, boo-boo. Boo-boo, you don't have the money, boo-boo. Okay.
Boo-boo, you're going to be wearing that one pair of $500 pants for the next 3 weeks.
Lord have mercy.
Listen, and you $500 with somebody's name on it. Why don't you put your own name on your pants and keep it moving?
Come on, it's time to wake up, ain't it, Lynn?
Yup.
It's 2021. It's time to come out of sleep. Come on out of sleep. Well, Saints, when I tell you I enjoyed you all tonight, we had a good time. And Sister Hilliard, Prophetess, we asked everyone else, and what is your response, darling, as it relates to are you for or against reality shows, and should Christians be a part of it?
It depends on what it costs to do it. You know, it depends on what are you selling out. The reality TV show, like for instance, and I didn't watch this show, but my sister, she was watching this show that Tamla Mann and her husband were on.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
The Man, yeah.
That's another faith base.
She didn't even watch it because there was a character on the show which they were pushing. The Mans were pushing, you need to watch this, but there was a character on the show. She said he was cursing so bad, my sister couldn't watch it.
Wow.
I didn't see that.
Wait, that was on the Man Show?
Oh no! That's the new show, Living Single, or The Resident, something like that.
They were on there. I'm not saying it was the Man, but they were on there, whatever it was.
I know who you're talking about, though. He's a comedian. And the whole running joke is that Tamla keeps telling him to stop cussing.
I ain't sure about all that, but...
Oh, maybe we not talking about the same show.
So and she couldn't watch no more of it.
As believers, what you doing on that show? And telling folks to watch it.
Wow.
Ooh,
that might be it. If you're talking about Tamla, that might be it.
They don't curse on their show. That's a show I did forget. They're kind of like they're faith-based too, reality show. I don't know if they come on again. And I forgot about the Sheards. They're a faith-based also reality show, but they don't come on anymore. That's the Karen Clark.
Yeah, they only have one season, right? Maybe one half.
I think they only had one season. Yeah, they only had.
But the man took theirs to YouTube. That's what they do. YouTube shows now.
Okay, they post to YouTube. See, people doing their own thing, but we still got to be careful. We still got to be careful. Even when it comes to comedy, we still have to be very careful because God is watching us. Other people are watching us, yes. But again, we're living in on this earth, but we're not of this world. We're part of two kingdoms. We're part of this world, not the evil kingdom, but we're also part of the spiritual kingdom that we've been born again into. And God is the king of it. Jesus, come on, they running things. So we have to submit to what he says. As we living in the flesh, we're also living with the spirit on the inside of us.
Amen.
So we got to be careful. And it's a shame, because sometimes I have to ask God if he can. Sometimes, comedians, they always use profanity. And it's bad, but sometimes it be just as funny. But I said, God, please forgive me. Yes, it does. I said, God, please forgive me. God, please forgive me. Then I said, I'm not gonna look at that no more. Okay, people need to laugh sometimes, but you don't have to be, as the preacher say, you don't have to curse me out. And I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm going to close. But this, who's laughing? That's you, Prophetess, that's you. Because you probably do the same thing. Oh, that's Lynn.
See, my ears are sanctified. I can't be watching too much foolishness.
Listen, eyes and ears. Come on in, woman of God. Eyes and ears. Gwen, I know you'll hit that remote with the quickness.
Oh.
With the quickness, because we do have to be careful what goes into our spirit and what goes into our ears and what we see, because sometimes that stuff will follow you into your dreams, and it can happen. It will follow you. If it's a mess, it can follow you into your dreams. You'll end up fighting somebody in your dreams. You done shot somebody in your dreams. You done stabbed somebody in your dreams. You're like, wait a minute, but you went to bed watching karate. You done chopped somebody up in your dreams. But I thank God for all of you tonight. This was a wonderful session. I enjoyed myself. And I thank God for all of you. I enjoyed the conversation, the commentary, all of it. All of it. I enjoyed it. So go right ahead, Kiki. You can end it first, darling.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, just like we did. And we just encourage y'all to come back next week, same time, same line, for another empowerment session of 15 minutes of fame. We love you all.
Love y'all. Have a good night, everyone. Okay,
bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Lynn.
Good night.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.